Success. What is success? That word has about as many definitions as there are stars in the sky. What success is to one person may be complete and utter failure to another. Many people here in the West, the U.S., and first world countries think success is money, material gain. And although that is very important, some people say it's as important as air is for breathing. But there are many people who have a lot of money who are not happy or fulfilled. And there are people who don't have much money who are happy and fulfilled. I would like to have both myself, money, material possessions, and happiness and fulfillment. I've experienced happiness and fulfillment when I had very little money, and I've experienced happiness and fulfillment when I had quite a bit of money. But what is quite a bit of money or quite a bit of material possession? What is that? That's relative to what you compare it to. Most of us here in the West are considered rich. The poor people in the U.S. are more wealthy than the people of, I would say, probably 80% of the people in the world. You may find it hard to believe because you have no context. You have no experience of something less than what you've lived with your whole life. I lived in a third world country for 6 years amongst the poverty. I never appreciated a washer and a dryer or a stove until I lived without one for a long time. And we got by quite well. But now today I do appreciate the abundance I have here in the U.S. And I don't live in a house worth millions of dollars, or I don't have brand new cars. I could have a new car, but I don't want one. I prefer to buy used cars. I like old houses. This one I live in is built in 1875. I have another home in Hannibal. Was built in somewhere around 1879, 1880. These things I find joy and fulfillment in. Although it costs a lot more to heat my home and maintain it than it does a new home. And the wind kind of blows through the windows occasionally. But that's just the old home. That's what I find comfortable for me. And that's the same way as success. Success for me may mean failure for someone else. And failure for someone else may be success for another person. It's all relative to what your desires are. And everyone has different desires. Although social media pushes success as being the Lamborghini, the millions of dollars, the yacht. And that is I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's way less than 1% of the population have those things. But if that's your desire, are you successful when you achieve that? Or are you successful on the journey? I like Earl Nightingale's definition of success, and I quote it often. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. The progressive realization, the journey, moving towards that. Because I guarantee you, whatever goals you have today, if you do have goals, and you should have written goals, you want to be in the top 1%, write down your goals. Less than 1% of the population has written goals. How would a ship ever get to where it's going if it didn't have a destination? It would wander aimlessly around the sea, blown about by every wind and storm and breeze that came along. And so it is with most people today. They complain about not having anything, not getting anywhere, but most people don't know what they want. They don't know where they're going. Do you know where you're going? Do you know where you want to be? In a year, 5 years, 10 years from now? You need to set a destination. In your subconscious mind, God, whatever you want to call that power that lies within us all, superconscious, divinity, will get you there or somewhere better. But how can you expect to be guided when you don't know where you're going? I like what Martin Luther King Jr. said. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. And I repeat many of these things over and over and over again, just like I do with affirmations. People say affirmations don't work, but the problem is they don't work the affirmations. They do it for a week, a month, maybe 2 months. They don't see results. They give up. You didn't get to where you are today overnight. Some of the things, some of the subconscious programming you have today has taken years to be imprinted within you. And you do it subconsciously or automatically without thinking about it. Who taught you how to breathe? No one. Who taught you how to make your blood flow through your veins, your heartbeat, to make the food within that you eat digest itself and distribute itself throughout your body? All that's done automatically, and you don't have to think about it. There's also other things, like your goals, your destiny, your success will be done more or less automatically if you set a destination. We have like a heat-seeking, would be like a heat-seeking missile that seeks out the heat, except we have that same device in us. We have a goal-seeking mechanism when we have a goal. Well, I should say everyone has goals. Some people just to get through the day or to make it to the weekend. Or thank God it's Friday, Wednesday, hump day. Oh no, it's Monday. If you're living your life like that, hoping someday you'll get to retire and enjoy life, you're missing out on what life really is. Enjoy the journey. Today is the day. Today is the day. Today is the good old days. Many people sigh about the good old days, but this is the day, the good old days. You'll look back on this day and say, man, things were better then. They're better right now. If you choose to perceive it that way, life is all about your perception, how you choose to look at life. So how are you going to choose to look at life today? You have a choice. You have free will. God has given you free will to make your life as you will, as you desire. Do you want to be like the masses? Be different. Everyone is different, but most people just follow the crowd because it's easier. Be a leader. Be a reader. Readers are leaders. Expand your mind. You're the only one that can do it. You're either programming yourself or allowing others to program you with their agenda. I prefer to program myself with my agenda. We're all subject to a certain amount of programming. What do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to do? You are capable as the most capable person that you know. But you have to believe that. And until you believe it, you cannot receive it or experience it in this manifest world. So it's up to you. What are you going to do different today than you did yesterday so you can have a different future? In the hope of that future, the knowing, the certainty that future is coming, or experiencing it, or acting as if it's real today, is what makes life worth living. That's all I have for today. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. And remember, think about what you desire and not what you don't want today. Because whatever you focus on grows in your experience. Take care.